What is going on, gamers, Nintendo gamers, or whatever the hell gamers that you are? Obviously, you clicked on this video because you wanted to hear me talk about good old Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, I do want to give a little bit of backstory about me and this game and the Nintendo Switch just real quick. So, obviously, the Switch released in 2017, and so did this game. This game released on, I believe it was March 5th, 2017, so you might as well say 6 years ago. It's been almost 6 years, which is kind of crazy to believe. I can't even believe this shit. I am getting old. Hey, I'm still in my early 20s, so I'll take it. I just feel like I'm getting old. So, anyway, the hardware, the game is old at this point. So I really just want to talk about how did it age, because I picked up a Switch probably 2.5 years ago, and it was the original Switch. Well, actually, it was the revamped version that had a little bit of the better battery life, but you know, nothing really changed about it. And I kept it for a couple of months, and at first I had a lot of fun with it, and then I honestly just stopped playing it. I didn't really feel like I needed it because I'm really a PlayStation and Xbox gamer a lot more. So I sold it, and I also thought that they were going to do a Switch 2 or a Switch Pro pretty soon at that time. And keep in mind, that was 2 years ago. So I thought that they were going to revamp it pretty soon, and boy, I was wrong. So a couple days ago, well, actually maybe like 4 to 5 days ago, I ended up getting the Nintendo Switch OLED, and damn, this thing is clean, baby. That screen is clean as hell. It's as smooth as a baby's bottom. And I do not regret picking it up at all. Obviously, it's the same hardware. It's just a different screen. Colors pop. They're more vivid. So I'm glad that my first experience with Breath of the Wild has been on the OLED. Because keep in mind, I've actually never picked up Breath of the Wild. Now, I know that may seem like a crime to a lot of you all. This game has gotten 10 out of 10s from reviewers across the damn border, across the world. This is one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. I understand that. I just never really got around to it, okay? I apologize. So I really wanted to give my opinion on the game as a first-time player of it and being able to play on the OLED. Does it still hold up? And did it age well? And I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying that it is ass. I do not see why people raved about this game at all. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. I feel like that a lot of you who just heard me say that probably wanted to reach through the screen and punch me in the damn face. No, this game is actually really, really good. I'm really impressed by what I've played so far. I haven't gotten too far into it, but I can already see a masterpiece in the making. Like, I'm for real. It is a very fun open world, and at first, just seeing and getting into it, it kind of throws you into the game. It doesn't really tell you what to do. You're a shirtless Link with no weapon, and it's just like, hey, go out in the world, see what happens. And then you end up finding an old man that'll give you some stuff to do. You guys already know. You've played the game most likely. So at first I was like, why the hell is it just throwing me into the game? I'm not used to playing games like this. I need a little bit of direction. And I was like, oh, the open world looks empty. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this game. Well, since I've spent some more time with it, I can really see the appeal of this game. I mean, this is a really, 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 really fun game. And, you know, props to Nintendo for releasing this, like launching with the Switch, a 10 out of 10 game to play when the Switch came out in 2017. So now, almost 6 years later, does it still hold up? Listen, to me, hell yes, it still holds up. Everything in the game is super interesting, and it keeps you going. The crafting, the figuring out what to craft to go on, just like the small things. Like I went into the cold biome and Link started freezing and I was dying, and I was like, how the hell do I get by this? And spoiler alert, you can go craft it's some sort of spicy seafood stew to give to the old man so you can get some warm clothing. It's things like that that really piece the game together, because any other game you would just go kill an enemy and pick up the clothes and be like, okay, I can go over there now. Or really, it wouldn't even have a cold biome that did that. Like, you would go in the snow and you could be shirtless and the game wouldn't even care. You would just march right through there. And it's small things like that that I think the game has really aged well on, because over time, there's games, open world games, that are trying to be more like this one, and I can see where it stemmed from, especially after playing around with Elden Ring for a bit and then getting on this game. I can see, obviously from software, it's nothing like Zelda, but I'm seeing the inspirations from this game that it is kind of brought upon to other games, and it's pretty freaking awesome. I just really like the tone overall of the game. I love the art style, the way it plays. I mean, it plays great on the Switch and it looks great. It doesn't really feel like anything's held back, but see, I didn't get to play it on the original Switch. I'm playing it on the better screen with the OLED, so I know the colors may not be as, vibrant back then, maybe. But that's the only thing, because I know it played the same way. The gripes that I have with it so far is this damn stamina meter when you're running. It runs out way too quick, and it's just annoying as shit. That is one thing I've seen a lot of people complain about, and when you're climbing, it does that. Now, I understand it brings a more like a sense of urgency, or kind of like strategizing your next move because your stamina and you're climbing and you're running. I understand what they were going for with that, and I probably think you can upgrade it as the game goes on. I'm not far enough, but that is annoying as shit. But it's not like so annoying that I'm like, oh shit, I can't play this game, I'm cutting this off. Because honestly, this is the only game I've been playing on my Switch because it has me that intrigued. Whether I'm on lunch at work or I get off of work, I am constantly playing this. And keep in mind, I got the PS5. I have a lot of games that I haven't picked up on the PS5 yet, or the Xbox, or hell, even my PC that I need to finish. But this game is so intriguing to me, even 6 years later, that I cannot put this thing down. And I'm going to be honest, as soon as I finish this video, which will be here in a second, I'm going to pick the game back up and keep going. I mean, that's how good this game is. So, it's fair to say that it aged like some fine wine. It is a very good game, and I am very excited for the sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, to come out this year. I am happy to get into it because I was about to play the sequel and pick that up without even playing this one first, and I think that's insane that I was actually going to do that. I'm so happy that I just convinced myself to go ahead and pick up the OLED and start playing this game, because after $350 of the Switch price and playing this, I would say it's well worth it. I haven't had a game that intrigued me like this in a long time, honestly. Some games are just kind of getting like overly saturated, if you know what I mean. So I'm very, very happy with this one. I would love to hear your all's thoughts. Do you think it aged well, or do you think that it didn't? And if you don't think it did, give me some of the reasons, because I'm sure there's more that I haven't thought about. I'm sure there's more positive things I can think about, more negative things I can think about, but I'm kind of just spitballing here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments there, and are you all excited for the sequel? And what do you think they could expand upon to make the game even better? And I'm sure they already have a lot up their sleeve to make the game even better than it is, even though it's kind of damn near perfect as it is already. So, thanks for stopping by. Like, subscribe, do your thing, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.